Hey everyone, it's Rainash30, and today I've gone through the evolution of Spider-Man in all of his appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Number 1. Iron Man 2. Starting off with his first appearance, when the reinstituted Stark Expo occurs in New York, we find a young Peter Parker. As Ivan Vanko takes over Justin Hammer's drones and begins attacking the populace, Peter is seen in an Iron Man helmet. As a drone heads towards him, Peter attempts to shoot the drone with his replica repulsor, but Iron Man arrives, shoots the drone, and thanks Peter before flying off.
Nice work, kid.
Number 2. Captain America Civil War. 6 years later, when Tony is tasked to arrest Steve Rogers for not signing the Sokovia Accords, he recruits Peter Parker after discovering he's Spider-Man. As Peter travels to Germany and is given an upgraded suit, he joins Iron Man's team to fight against Captain America's. While making quips that label him as a young hero, he fights Bucky, Falcon, and Captain America, ties up Ant-Man but gets knocked out by him, and is later benched by Tony.
Underoos!
Well, I could have stuck the landing a little better. It's just a new suit. Wait, it's nothing. Mrs. Stark, it's perfect. Thank you. Captain? Big fan of Spider-Man?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Just,
Hey, everyone.
good job.
Number 3. Spider-Man Homecoming. Now as 2 months pass, Peter is still eager to go on missions and become an Avenger. While trying to balance his life and prove that he's more than a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, his best friend Ned discovers his secret, and Peter tries to stop Adrian Toomes' Vulture. After he's caught being irresponsible and Tony takes his suit away from him, Toomes threatens Peter after figuring out his identity. Peter then uses his homemade suit, battles the Vulture, and saves him from dying, though after his efforts give him a spot in the Avengers, he refuses and is given his old suit back.
Whoa, not so fast! Are you guys okay? My bad, that was a little hard. I gotta say, the other guy was way better with that thing. I'm shocked.
Number 4. Avengers Infinity War. A year after refusing to join the Avengers, we find Peter leaving a school bus when one of Thanos' ships lands in New York. As he later gets the Iron Spider suit when trying to save Doctor Strange, he secretly stows away on the ship, saves Doctor Strange, and gets knighted into the Avengers. After traveling to Titan, where he teams up with the Guardians of the Galaxy to fight Thanos, Thanos escapes and uses all the Infinity Stones to erase half of all life in the universe, including Peter.
I'm back up.
No, you're still away. The adults are talking.
I'm sorry, I'm confused as to the relationship here. I mean, what is he, your ward?
No. I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. I'm Spider-Man, then.
Number 5. Avengers Endgame. Following the 5 years after the snap, the Avengers do a time heist to retrieve all the Infinity Stones, and Hulk uses them to bring everyone back. When Thanos from 2014 returns with his army, portals open from across the universe, where Peter returns from Titan, fights Thanos' army using his suit's insta-kill function, and keeps the stones away from him. When Tony later sacrifices himself, we find Peter happy to see Ned, and later attend Tony's funeral.
You will not believe what's been going on. Do you remember when we were in space? And I got all dusty? And I must have passed out because I woke up and you were gone. But Doctor Strange was there, right? And he was like, it's been 5 years. Come on, they need us. And then he started doing the yellow sparkly thing that he does all the time. What are you doing? Huh, this is nice.
Number 6. Spider-Man Far From Home. 8 months later, we find Peter under a lot of pressure on if he'll become the next Iron Man. Wanting to get away from that life, he goes on vacation with his classmates, where he plans to tell MJ how he feels. His vacation is then hijacked by Nick Fury, who recruits him to battle elementals with Mysterio and gives him a stealth suit. Confident with Mysterio, Peter decides to give him the Edith glasses he got from Tony, but only later realizes that he staged the attacks. After creating a new suit, he destroys Mysterio's drones and defeats him, but Mysterio later reveals Peter's identity to the world.
You're saying there's a multiverse? Because I thought that was just theoretical. I mean, that completely changes how we understand the initial singularity. We're talking about an eternal inflation system, and how does that even work with all the quantum? It's insane. Sorry.
Don't ever apologize for being the smartest one in the room.
Number 7. What If? Now in an alternate universe, when Hank Pym brought back a zombie virus from the quantum realm, Spider-Man is one of the few heroes to survive the outbreak. Similar to his vlogs in Homecoming, Peter creates tutorial videos on how to survive the apocalypse. As he later briefly wears a cloak and provides inspiration to stay positive, he heads to Wakanda with Scott and T'Challa to use Vision's Mind Stone to cure the world.
Step 1, long sleeves. The less skin you're showing, the less there is to bite. Step 2, hygiene. Zombies are attracted to the smell of human flesh, so the less pheromones you give off, the better. Step 3, always aim for the head. It's the only way to kill them.
Will you turn that off?
I was just showing Dr. Banner the orientation video.
Number 8. Spider-Man No Way Home. With his identity revealed, he takes MJ, goes into hiding, and heads to Doctor Strange when the lives of everyone close to him are ruined. After messing with a spell that everyone would forget his identity, he battles supervillains from other universes and fights Strange to get them home safely. When Aunt May is later killed by Green Goblin, Peter meets two variants of himself who remind him of the classic responsibility line, and together they cure the villains. As Strange casts a spell that everyone would forget Peter decides not to involve Ned or MJ again, and uses his new suit, which pays homage to the variants and the classic comic look.
Don't worry, ma'am! I'm coming!
Now with the end of his evolution till he makes another appearance, comment down below which Spider-Man suit was your favorite. And if you enjoyed the video, consider dropping a like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram for updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you lads in the next evolution.